After visiting the Titans, who are led by noisily checks notes, former Patriot Mike Vrabel, a.k.a. your whole culture is just borrowed Patriots culture, D-Hop is headed to Foxborough for a visit to America's team.
Oh, boy.
For the sake of the format of the show, Nick, I'll ask you.
Yeah.
Do you think this
That's
is a
fine.
good idea or a bad idea?
I'm not even going to answer. I'm going to give it right back to you in just one moment.
Sure.
But first, I have to, Brew, you don't work on the same level pre-show as Wilds and I. Brew is upstairs, scurried away. He's got Josh and Dustin. They're just digging through archives to try to, create arguments to all this stuff. Wilds and I see each other quite often throughout the workday.
To my dismay.
And yesterday, the news broke that DeAndre Hopkins was visiting the Titans. Put the camera on this fraud. And I said, do you think we should put it in the show? And he said, and I quote, I think visits are bad.
Well,
I said, huh? He said, whenever someone signs somewhere, do they ever visit? No, it's dumb. He's obviously not signing with the Titans. And I said,
yeah.
So if he were signing with the Patriots, visiting the Patriots, by that logic, you'd be sad. And you said, yup,
no.
I'd hate it. And now he's visiting the Patriots, and you're happy.
Well, first of all, that
exposed.
Exposed. Stamp him with it.
That was more of an indictment on OBJ taking several visits to Dallas and going to Mavericks games and posing with pictures and putting on cowboy stuff and doing. I just thought it was a little overblown when you talk a lot about the visit. I thought it was going to be a quiet type Randy Moss thing, like, by the way, you're on the Patriots now, congratulations, and he would be thrilled. But since the visit is happening, and I know the Patriots are very busy planning the opening weekend game plan against the Eagles, I drew up a little bit of a script, just a draft that we could play with.
Oh, okay.
So Mr. Kraft or Belichick himself, for this case, it's probably Mr. Kraft.
Yeah.
So I said I would start right in the stadium, right, Bruce? So you say, first stop, well, look at that. Wow. Look at all those championships. And I know everyone's counting us out this year, just like when we were, 14-point underdogs to the Rams, or when we were down 28-3. And I heard we're no good this year. And I think you've also heard that. And you responded, shh, I'm old and can't get open. So maybe we share a little bit of nobody believes in us this year when you'd be a good fit. And then I'd say, come on in, guys. Come on in, fellas. Oh, well, look who it is. It's the greatest coach of all time. I don't know if you guys have spoken to each other since you literally said, I love you, man. And then you also said, I do my job, which is the Patriots' motto. And then finally, I would say, not really finally, I would say, oh, and look who else it is. Is that a defensive coordinator running our offense? Nope. It's your old coach who you caught 52 of your 71 touchdowns. Seems like you guys have a good relationship. Went a little sideways at times, but hey, let bygones be bygones. Then, quick video presentation. Here's Christian Gonzalez. I don't know if you saw him at Oregon. He looks pretty good. Good thing you don't need to play him this year outside of practice, right? Newest star on defense that gave up the 8th fewest yards. And then finally, let's just get down to business. Here's our salary cap. We've got $12 million. Do you want it? It's yours. We can give it to you in cash right now. Next year, we've got the second most, so maybe we'll move some money around. We'll take care of you. So that concludes the visit. Let's just bring out the celebratory and ceremonial Patriots pens and sign you up. The end.
That's pretty good, Wild.
It's excellent.
That was pretty
And it's a rough draft.
Good rebound.
It was pretty good.
You got exposed early.
Yeah, he
nice
did get exposed. Can I give the counter proposal if I were literally any other team trying to sign him?
Gosh darn it.
I would just be like, hey, D-Hop, you've had a wildly successful career except for one thing, playoffs. How do you stack up to your peers? Here's the guys who have the fastest to age 30 or younger got to 10,000 yards. Here they are. There's their playoff games.
Yeah, Randy Moss looks good there.
Yeah. Everyone except for Hopkins and Calvin at least played in a Super Bowl. Most of them won a Super Bowl. And then there's Calvin, who was beaten down by the Lions to where he just walked away from the sport, as players tend to do. And DeAndre Hopkins. So, Brew, wouldn't that, to me, the only thing missing from DeAndre Hopkins is that iconic postseason run like Larry Fitzgerald had. He didn't win that Super Bowl, but we still think of him as a great playoff performer based on that run alone. So wouldn't you want to go somewhere where, you're not going to be terrible?
I hear you, but what's the choice? Is it New England or Tennessee?
No, I don't think so.
Everybody else is out.
I mean, he mentioned Buffalo, Kansas City, Baltimore, the Chargers, and who was the other team? Was it Cincinnati or Philadelphia?
Philadelphia.
None of them seem to be that interested. So I hear you. Tennessee's advantage is this. We're in a weaker division.
No, but they can't win it. I mean,
they were right there last year.
The Prince, come on.
Right, and look, Tannehill is on the downslide. Will Levis is a rookie. And all that. I'm going to give Wilds a bone. That was a great recruiting.
Thank you.
I love it for the Patriots. All right, and D-Hop. Look, I'm with Nick. I don't think you guys are going to be any good. But if I'm trying to sell D-Hop becomes your number one. Juju moves into number two. The other guys, they're pretty good 3 and 4 receivers.
Thank you.
The run game's always strong. The offensive line is solid. The defense is great. The coach is really good.
Special teams.
You could sell that to D-Hop.
Okay. What about he said he wants stable management.
Well, you
winning
got that
pedigree.
Here's the thing, too. This, Nick, I think you'll agree with this. This is how you find out about Mac Jones. All the things I mentioned, the line is in place, the running game is solid. You got a legit 1 and 2 receiver, and they got a couple of good tight ends. They just got Gesicki.
Yep.
So if Mac Jones doesn't get it done, now he's not our guy. If he does, you determine whether or not he's a keeper.
One of the best moments you've had on the show.
Okay.
That's saying a lot.
Okay.
You crushed it.
That
was
something.
fantastic.
That's saying a lot.
That was fantastic. Robert Kraft talked about the reloaded AFC East.
Okay. What's the question, Wiles?
The question is, more likely the Patriots finish first, yes, or last? No.
In the AFC East?
Yes.
Give me a break. So I spent more time on this than I should have. The last time a team with the clear-cut worst quarterback in a division won the division, and it was 2018 Chicago Bears Mitch Trubisky. Because it was Stafford, Rodgers, Cousins, Trubisky. They won that division.
We had to go way back in the record books. Oh my God,
there's been
2018.
there have been 40 division winners
over
the last 5 years.
That's not that long ago, though. You got
but there's 8 divisions.
I thought you were going to say 1984.
You guys, I swear.
I mean, just saying.
You have 8 chances a year for it to happen. It's been in the last 5 years, it has happened 1 time. So 39 of the last 40, it has not happened. Here's another question. The other thing I did. Patriots' entire offense. If there was just, how you and I do those silly drafts? If we were doing a draft before the show of offensive players, how many rounds before a single Patriot is taken? 13, 15.
Well, if they get D-Hop.
No, but no.
Ramondre Stevenson,
Ramondre Stevenson is the first Patriot off the board. I rest my case. And so they have no chance of finishing first in the division.
I understand.
They're 0%.
Well, I don't know. We could do the same thing with the Miami Heat, but all we do is talk about Heat culture. Maybe we don't have the talent, but we have.
Miami Heat are not in the midst of a 3-year drought like the Patriots are.
3 years, my gosh.
Here's the thing, Wiles. I know I praised, your possibilities in the last segment. Nick is right. Y'all got no chance. You're the worst team in the division. Maybe you finish third. At best, you finish third.
No.
I mean, if one of the quarterbacks gets hurt or something.
They could finish last in the AFC, other than the AFC South teams.
100% we could lose every single game. We're not going to, and I cannot say this enough. Mac Jones won a national championship undefeated. Then he went to the playoffs and hit the gritty in the Pro Bowl. And then he had a bad year. Why was it? You would think injured? Yes. Except his lion heart got him back onto the field. And then why else? We had a defensive, can I go with this camera, please? We had a defensive coordinator calling the offense. It's like if you went to a pasta restaurant and you had 2 pieces of pasta as your utensils and a bowl full of forks. It's the reverse order. It doesn't make any sense. We switched it back, and now it's, you know what time it is? Eat.
But the reason you believe in that restaurant still is because the head chef who gave you the pasta is
He made a mistake.
All of your Patriot arguments are in Belichick we trust, and he's the one who hired the guys.
He made a mistake. He put the pasta on it.
In 10 years without Tom Brady, Belichick's made the playoffs twice. He's 43 and 44 in New England without Tom Brady. I'm sorry.
We're 500.
You're finishing last.
No
chance of winning the AFC.
No chance. Bet a story on it. Let's bet a story.
Let's bet a story.
End of the year. One story, both
that
of
you
guys.
don't finish first in the AFC.
Yeah,
absolutely.
One story. Okay.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.